Everton, all there, one city, one club, singular peacock pride. Spurs respect them with almost their strongest available side. 8 of those listed here started at Anfield on Wednesday. It's Hutton for Luca at full-back, and there's a delicious full Spurs debut for Leeds Academy product, Yorkshire's own Danny Rose. Leeds missed their proud Yorkshire captain Richard Naylor, but Lee Bromby, another Yorkshireman who was suspended at Old Trafford, he does play. Otherwise, Robert Snodgrass is the only one here who didn't start in round 3. You're starting to get to know them now. Alan Wiley's had a few days in the limelight since that William Gallas challenge went unpunished at Arsenal. He's extremely experienced, a former cup final referee. Spurs know they must be together. They haven't scored a goal since smashing 4 past Peterborough in round 3. Simon Grayson cracked Manchester United, but has since failed to crack Wycombe, Exeter and Carlisle. Next nut to crack is one of the most experienced, Harry Redknapp. So, glory, glory Tottenham Hotspur, or glory, glory Leeds United. Spurs have been knocked out at this stage by Manchester United in each of the last 2 years. This time they face Manchester United's conquerors. It's the cockerel or the peacock. And here is Bale for Tottenham. And Modric. And now Alan Hutton, who finished at full-back on Wednesday and starts at full-back tonight and wins the first free kick. And we can hear the first thoughts of a former Leeds full-back, Jim Beglin.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised to see Spurs start like this. Frustrating in midweek on the front foot.
In by Cranchard to Crouch. Set back by Defoe. Here's Hutton. Clear of Johnson, who conceded the free kick. Rose with his first touch. Gareth Bale's delivery. Johnson wants to let it run, and ultimately he can.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Spurs midfield, it's very, very attacking. No recognised holding player in there in support of Crouch and Defoe. You've got 2 fullbacks in Bale and Hutton that are just going to bomb on, and it's not that warm, boys. It really isn't.
But they are Leeds. 4,200 of them here. There were nearly 9,000 at Old Trafford, but they fill the away end anytime, any place. 1,100 of them went to Exeter last week, 2,000 at Kettering before Christmas, 2,000 at Millwall, more at Southend. They're at Swindon this coming midweek, and don't you worry, they'll fill the away end there as well.
Listen, I saw Simon Grayson at Anfield in midweek, and I'm sure he'll have noted how Liverpool smothered Tottenham in midfield, and I think he'll be looking for the same industry, the same grit he got from his players at Old Trafford, and trying to thwart Tottenham from getting into that passing stride again.
Nice throw. Crouch with the nick. Good touch from Snodgrass, who we're expecting to play just off back foot as a support striker, and to try and feed back foot as he attempts to there, bringing about some confusion between Bassong and Gomez.
Bassong should have dealt with it. I don't think he should have waited for his goalkeeper, and you know, Beckford just slid in and got a touch.
Sebastian Bassong back in at centre-half because Ledley King these days, as we well know, can't play 2 games in a week. Defoe, sweet feet, holding off Kilkenny. Gina's square of him, Crouch alongside, and ultimately the Aussie Kilkenny got in a competitive and well-timed foot, and Snodgrass tries to feed Beckford.
Yeah, and based on what Harry Redknapp said before the game, I think maybe he felt that Snodgrass might play on the left-hand side, get Johnson in with Kilkenny and Doyle in the centre, and just try and flood the midfield. It's not the case. It's the same system as we saw from Leeds at Old Trafford. It's just that Snodgrass is playing the Becchio role.
Snodgrass thumping the Old Trafford woodwork in the second half of that exhilarating tie. Came on as a substitute then, but starts now.
Crowe is just having a little limp, Peter, that little tackle just now, which was needless in the circumstances because the whistle had been blown for an earlier foul.
Unmistakable figure of Patrick Kisnorbo, the other Australian in the Leeds side, over their free kick. Beckford waiting. Bromby is forward from centre-half. Howson at the back of the penalty area. Kisnorbo aims it at Bromby. He couldn't get airborne in the presence of Peter Crouch. Crouch and Defoe again for Spurs tonight.
It's well defended. I mean, Crouch has done enough. I guess players are probably on both sides have been warned by their managers, well, no shirt pulling, because I think if you do that at the moment, you are asking for it. It's the hot topic. One of them.
Bromby with Crouch again. Bromby knows he's going to have his work cut out. So disappointed to miss out on the Old Trafford game through suspension. A Leeds fan who's played for both Sheffield clubs prior to this. Genus. Bale, faced by Howson, the Leeds captain. Modric, right for Hutton. Hughes has gone over to meet him, but Hutton chose not to try and deliver across.
I just think Leeds got very, very deep very early there, because, I mean, Modric, when he picked it up outside the box, he had all the time in the world just to pick the pass to his right back and support Hutton. Very deep.
Receives back from Genus, and Crenshaw runs into the little Irishman Michael Doyle. And, Alan Wiley was already required to have calming words. Genus handled.
I'm not sure it was deliberate, it was just a miscontrol and it popped up and caught him on the right arm.
It's going to have to be competitive, as you mentioned, Jim, in the centre of Tottenham's midfield. No Tom Huddleston through injury. Wilson Palacios is left on the bench. Jamie O'Hara also available to Harry Redknapp now, back from his loan spell at Portsmouth. He too is on the bench. Here's Jermaine Defoe. He's seen Ankergren off his line! And Ankergren was backpedalling urgently to lift it over the crossbar. Terrific vision from Jermaine Defoe.
I think it's just a beautiful execution. I mean, he's done well to win it. Bromby hesitated, and this isn't easy, you know, but that's very, very deliberate and just looking for that kind of lob volley. And Ankergren did well, sorted his feet out, got back quickly and got a good touch on it.
Come out to Crenshaw. Good hit, good save. Ankergren key for Leeds in the early moments.
You know, it's just crossed my mind. Bo's Minor last week for Hull. He had a sensation here. And two very good saves from Ankergren. This the second. That's well struck as well. Good left hand on it.
Crouch wins his header. Bromby wins his. Bale for Tottenham, who certainly have begun on the offensive. Bale has drawn another rugged challenge. Actually, after the pass had gone, a needless challenge.
I'm just looking again, you know, Robert Snodgrass is having a go at his midfield. Basically, as I said earlier, Peter, they're just dropping back way too early, and they're just affording Tottenham the room and allowing them to come onto them. They've got to push up and start pressing a little bit higher than that.
Genus for Hutton. Hutton's delivery, Crenshaw attacking it, Bromby away, Modric collecting. Clear of Kilkenny, on by Crenshaw, in by Bale, helped by Bromby, and Leeds are rather hanging on here.
Well, they're going to need the type of Trojan-like defending we saw, particularly at the end of the game at Old Trafford. I mean, this is good from Tottenham.
Bale's take, Crouch's flick, Rose attacking it. Penalty. Michael Doyle, the challenger, Alan Wiley right on the spot, and Danny Rose, who when he came on for his debut in the third round against Peterborough, won Spurs a late penalty, has won them a very early one here.
Well, I mean, the key here is the ball. Does he get anything on the ball, Doyle? He doesn't. He goes straight into Danny Rose, and the referee had to give that right under his nose as well. Spot kick for me.
Tottenham's own Yorkshireman has won them a Jermaine Defoe penalty in front of 4,500 travelling fans. Spurs in complete command, but Ankergren has saved. And Tottenham, for the second week running, are running into an inspired goalkeeper.
Listen, the striker's not right in the corner, but you still got to deal with it, and I think the keeper did well. It's not the greatest spot kick, but it's low, and he's reacted very, very swiftly, Ankergren. What a start for him.
And the reaction from behind that goal is as if Leeds have won the cup. Dancing and singing, Leeds on tour. Bale's take. Referee wants a word with Kisnorbo, who's dealing with Crouch. Wants a word with Crouch, who's dealing with Kisnorbo. And again by Bale, and Rose hit it. Bassol.
Just doesn't connect. That's the problem. I mean, he just gets that half a yard, just doesn't get the connection with the right foot. Another chance. Michael Doyle is one boy who's breathing a big sigh of relief. It was clumsy. It was clumsy.
And while he was very close to the incident, it's academic now anyway, because Ankergren has come to Doyle's rescue. And there's Rose for Spurs again, who are utterly dominant. His delivery is a disappointment. But, his contribution a couple of moments ago was less so.
Yeah.
Into this.
No, it's not well struck. I mean, if it's in the corner, it's probably got a chance at that pace, but it has to be in the corner. Ankergren did really, really well, and I'm not surprised to see that reaction from the faithful.
Hasn't kept a clean sheet since Old Trafford, Kasper Ankergren. There's Defoe, comfortably away from Crow, and still going. Jermaine Defoe got a deflection, importantly so from Leeds' point of view. At the expense of a corner.
Leeds just need to get hold of the ball. I mean, again, it's a good little touch to get away from his man. He's under pressure, but very, very good block from Kisnorbo.
Tottenham could be over the hills and far away by now. Leeds aren't getting a sniff. Bale's take, Crouch is up, Kisnorbo was with him.
Maybe just got up a little too early, Peter Crouch, and couldn't quite readjust. Seemed to be more shoulder than head in the end. Again, he just steals half a yard, and Kisnorbo's picking him up. Yeah, it comes off the shoulder. Yes. Jermaine Defoe. I mean, that's the kind of defending we saw in the last round from them, and much needed at the moment, because Leeds really are hanging on here. Could be 2 or 3 down.
Through by Dawson, and just a reminder to viewers with HD TV that if you're watching us on Freesat, you can enjoy this match on ITV1 in high definition. Just press your red button. If you're watching in Leeds, you might prefer for it to be blurred at the moment, because your team are struggling to stay in the game, but stay in the game they are, principally thanks to Leeds' Danish goalkeeper Kasper Ankergren. Which topic, by the way, I was reading this week that Leeds' FA Cup winning goalkeeper David Harvey has just returned home after falling very ill over Christmas. He was up in the Orkneys, David Harvey. Suffered a heart attack on Christmas Eve, but he's gone home, and if he's watching now, good luck to you, sir. Right behind the greatest of all Leeds teams. Alan Hutton, another Scotsman. Snodgrass. At his back. Johnson. Kilkenny. Kisnorbo. Crouch is working hard here. Johnson leads all the way back. And there is Ankergren's first error of the evening.
Well, they're not bad errors to make. You don't get the kick the way you want. You know, any other error for a goalkeeper is usually a lot more serious, isn't it?
Wins his flick. Crow. The left-footed clearance from right full back. Dawson skippers Tottenham tonight. Crouch wide for Cranchar, who scored 2 in the 3rd round against Peterborough here. Patton. Lifted forward by Dawson. Crouch was embraced by Kisnorbo, and it's another Tottenham free kick.
I've seen that a few times from Kisnorbo. You know, he's not shirt pulling, but the arms are going around Crouch all the time, and it was a pretty easy decision again. He's nervous about how to handle Crouch. He's not quite figured it out as yet.
Ankergren is erecting a five-man wall here, in the knowledge that Tottenham are not short of dead ball strikers. Gareth Bale is shaping as if to wrap his left boot around this. Cranchar from the other side. It's Bale, and Ankergren is equal to it again.
That's great goalkeeping, because he's read it. You know, I mean, his wall is guarding that side as well, so you're thinking, can he get across? And he's read it brilliantly. Maybe a little more pace, and he could have been struggling, but well done the keeper yet again.
And yet another Gareth Bale corner. Right by Howson. Modric let it bounce, and Doyle took it away, and Beckford was hoping to put in Snodgrass, and would have done if he'd connected with that pass. Forward again though by Cranchar, and seen importantly by Bromby.
You could see it in his reaction, Peter Beckford. He was really disappointed he didn't get more on it, because he would have had a clear run. A long way to go, admittedly, but he had a clear run to go.
He was disappointed as Snodgrass was.
Yeah.
Foul on Modric, and Leeds can scarcely penetrate the Tottenham half at the moment. There is a near desperation about the way they're hanging on here.
Yeah, it was the old sandwich in the end. Johnson and Doyle.
Leeds' first visit to Spurs in 6.5 years. Rose, after Crouch went crashing over, and Howson for touch. Bale's take, Modric. Oh, lovely. Gareth Bale, beyond Crouch. Johnson all too aware of Hutton. Crouch let it run. And saw Modric. Cranchar. Johnson. Beckford. Kilkenny. Johnson.
Cranchar's just taken a knock. I think it was a stray arm from Johnson. Looked accidental.
And Johnson's looking to locate Beckford. Basson aware of the danger. Forward again by Hughes. And out by Genus. So it's Danny Rose, who played half a dozen games on loan for Peterborough in the autumn, half a dozen games for Watford last year in the Championship as well, but starting in a Tottenham shirt for the first time here. Here's ball seen by Hughes. And Kenny's ball misjudged. Modric, Cranchar, beautifully weighted touch. Defoe, Hutton raiding again from full back. Genus, Crouch, Bromby missed it. It came to Crouch again, and he didn't catch it either. And Crowe can lash it clear.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it's much joy for Leeds with what happened, because Crouch is winning everything in the air, and Defoe is troubling him with all sorts as well.
Rose, good tackle from Crowe. A really important one from a player who scored his first Leeds goal in the week against Carlisle in the Johnston's Paint Trophy. Competition in which Leeds are potentially one game away from Wembley. Leeds, who in this competition have yet to be drawn at home, one away at Oldham, needed 2 games to beat Kettering. second of which evidently was at home, and then, as if he needed telling, one away at Old Trafford, and now come down to London. And have, by hook or by crook, held on for the first 18 minutes here. An attack now with Snodgrass. And Howson, he's hurdled Bale. It's Howson's delivery, header out by Hutton. Came to Johnson, whose first touch was a shade untidy, and Genus can hurry it clear for Tottenham.
No, but I think that last attack for Leeds is the first little confidence boost they've had, because it's been just on the back foot.
Hutton aiming at Crouch, who's hauled over pretty blatantly by Crowe. His contributions at Old Trafford, Jason Crowe, including that crucial clearance off the line from Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, he's used Crouch's elevation and then pulled them over. And I mean, Leeds are going to have to stop doing this. If they keep giving the free kicks away in positions like this, then you would think with the quality Tottenham have over the ball, they will make them pay, and it's maybe just going to be a little too much for Ankergren to keep doing.
The odds here stacking up in favour of Tottenham. One of these must go in soon. Nico Kranjčar and Gareth Bale again, the two candidates. This one would appear to favour the right footer. Nico Kranjčar, Ankergren's lost it, and Defoe couldn't force it in. Kisnorbo was there and is there again, and Bradley Johnson hoofs it clear.
Ankergren just wanted to give us a bit more excitement, didn't he? It's that awkward one that bounces in front of the goalkeeper again, and you know, you're letting it come into your chest, but it's the bony bit, and it just got off before he could get the arms up to collect.
Bounced in that point of maximum inconvenience for a goalkeeper. Nasty moment for Kasper Ankergren. And not a very good one there for Gareth Bale. Kilkenny, Howson, Doyle, Johnson, Snodgrass. Away by Dawson, and further clear from Bassong. Hughes, really good cup tie this. Whilst Leeds somehow retain parity. Snodgrass, clear of Modric. Too much on it for Beckford.
I'm not sure he was going for Beckford, the little chip then. But Ankergren, I think he got deceived by the slower ball here, didn't he? Kranjčar doesn't seem to hit it as hard. Looks an easy collect, and it's just caught him on the chest and bounced. But again, it was Kisnorbo blocking the follow-up from Defoe. Very, very important again from the defender.
Not Jermaine Defoe's afternoon so far. Quarter of the game gone. He's had a penalty saved by Kasper Ankergren. He's been stopped on the line by Patrick Kisnorbo. Free kick in favour of Doyle. Hughes. Moved through by Snodgrass towards Beckford, but Bassong is strong enough, and Modric has hit it from quarter back, and Defoe is onside here for Tottenham, and is challenged by Crowe, who, in the view of Alan Wiley, took the ball.
And in my opinion, he got the ball too. Don't think he got a huge amount of it, but it was enough for me, and you could just see the redirection of the ball. It moved wider. I thought Defoe could have been quicker, Peter, because his pace and his general sharpness is just causing huge problems for Leeds. Great ball from Modric to set him away. I think he could have been quicker about it.
Snodgrass. Kilkenny. Aimed in by Johnson for Snodgrass. And nicked away from him by Bale. Now out comes Rose. Roundly booed by those who've travelled from Yorkshire and who wanted to consider him one of their own.
I mean, he does really well, but look, Defoe has slowed. Ooh, he didn't. He looked as if he got the ball. Did he play Defoe's foot? I think to the referee, it just looked as if he got a touch on it. And I mean, it looked to me as if that was the way at first, but on closer evidence, it wasn't as clear cut. But
Crouch has won another header. Defoe looking to turn again. Hughes away. Down by Dawson. Hutton. Defoe crashed into from behind again by Kisnorbo. And yet another Tottenham free kick.
Well, is there a bit of holding again? I mean, we've seen mostly Leeds defenders doing it to Crouch, but it looked as if Kisnorbo just got a little piece of Defoe yet again, and here we go. Ankergren must be fed up of lining walls up at this stage.
It amounts to a Friday morning training session. How are we going to deal with Tottenham's set pieces? Free kicks and corners are piling up. Gareth Bale's turn. Bale, Ankergren out, a little unorthodox, but perhaps there was lateral movement on the ball. Bale clear of Kilkenny, and Bromby's header away. Taken back up by Hutton, clear of Hughes, in by Hutton, behind by Doyle for another corner.
Well, I mean, just Beckford is on his own in the centre circle, but Leeds have got everyone else back. Much more comfortable for Ankergren. That was the easiest.
Bale's take, Dawson's up. Free kick Leeds. To the huge relief of their huge support behind that goal.
And this is just Crowe just trying to get back again. You know, he doesn't, you know.
Pen. It's a pen. Very, very difficult for the referee. That last view we saw was more or less the one that Alan Wiley would have had.
It is a pen.
Johnson. And goes Howson, away by Bale. Over the top by Hughes. Touch from Johnson, touch from Beckford. Snodgrass. Johnson pulled up. Harry Redknapp might have suspected it was a penalty. When he sees that replay, he will know that it should have been a second penalty on the afternoon for Tottenham. And his enthusiasm for this competition was, of course, ignited to its greatest point 2 years ago with Portsmouth, but who's grown up loving it. Joined West Ham in '64 when they won it.
Yeah, I mean, he must be thinking, is this going to be Hull all over again? We create all these chances and we can't convert. Between the goalkeeper and now the decision, you know, I can't really blame Alan Wiley for it. I mean, it looked as if Crowe had just got his foot around and got a touch, and the assistant on this side is at the other end of the pitch.
Kilkenny, Snodgrass. In by Hughes, out by Bassong. He's come to Doyle. Snodgrass. Robert Snodgrass could save Gomez. There are two goalkeepers in this game.
Well, I mean, you know, the chances aren't as frequent now for Tottenham, and Leeds have shown a bit more composure. Well worked on the right foot, and that's headed in. Great stop.
Snodgrass with the corner. Beckford on the goalkeeper's toes. Kisnorbo and Bromby forward from centre-half. In by Snodgrass, out by Crouch. Wide again from Kilkenny. Snodgrass. Gone for goal, and he's hit Bale. And he's got another corner.
Well, Crowe was looking for a penalty. Whether it did catch him on the arm or not, I don't know, but it would have been very harsh because, you know, once he turns back on the left here, Snodgrass, that's a bit of a rocket, and it's on the chest.
Leeds' best spell. Crouch out again. Starts kindly for Kilkenny. Snodgrass once more from wide. There were plenty still forward, and they will be irritated that he hit the first man, who was Bale. Hughes sorted it out. Kilkenny prodded forward, and Bale found touch. 28 minutes gone. It's not an error. It really is still 0-0, isn't it, Jim?
It's crazy. I mean, Simon Grayson is obviously delighted by what's happened. His goalkeeper has been terrific. There's been some good defending, but gotten away with a couple of things as well, Leeds. I think he's just glad to see his side working their way back into the game and just getting a little bit of confidence in their play.
Rose. Genus.
Tottenham's fluidity has been tremendous. The two strikers are very, very dangerous. Leeds are struggling to handle him, and they're knocking the ball about beautifully in midfield. I just think Leeds at times have helped their cause by just dropping off.
Bridge for Hutton. Crancher. Defoe. And again from Hutton. And in for Rose, who might have got a little shove then. Kisnorbo twitched guiltily and went to lift Danny Rose up.
See, Kisnorbo has given him a little small jolt, but not enough to knock him over, and I think Rose was just trying to take advantage of it.
Oh, Beckford could get in behind here. Jermaine Beckford, oh, big chance. He hasn't scored since Old Trafford. He had a hatful of chances at Ellen Road on Tuesday night and couldn't convert.
Oh, lucky Michael Dawson, because he should be dealing with this and he doesn't, misjudges it. And I think he does the right thing in the end. May have been difficult to pick out Snodgrass, who wanted it, but I think he's right to have a pop. Just pulled it. What a cup tie.
Jermaine Beckford's 20-goal season still waits for goal number 21. Bit of a kerfuffle since his glory day in Manchester. On the list and then off it again. He's going to be a Leeds player at least till the end of this season. Crowe. He was once, by the way, an Arsenal player, which doesn't make him welcome on this ground. Aldridge for Defoe, who can't get round Hughes. And who fouls Hughes?
Yeah, that will annoy Defoe as well, after the penalty claim from earlier. Hughes just got back on goal side and just became favourite to win it, and there's a little kick with the left foot. It's a foul.
Oh, it is a smashing cup tie. Really good cup tie. No question, Spurs look like the Premier League team they are. And Leeds, the battlers from below. But no club over the history of the English game really has known battling quite like Leeds have. And they're up for it the way they always are. Marching on together.
No surprise to see the possession. We thought it would be very much a case of Tottenham getting hold of it, getting their passing going, and it's been that way.
Kisnorbo's let it bounce, and Crouch wasn't going to give him a second chance. Clearance from Ankergren, nicely taken down by Snodgrass. Hughes. Dawson and Bassong's back header, which Gomez dealt with. And face of pressure from Beckford. With Harry Redknapp's backroom staff, Joe Jordan was once a big fella at Leeds, joined them in 1970. Couldn't really disrupt the Alan Clark-Mick Bates partnership. So wasn't involved in his early cup finals. Here is Beckford for Leeds. Oh, fine save Gomez, and important clearance Dawson.
Well, the confidence was beginning to come, wasn't it? And Leeds are now beginning to string some lovely little passes together.
In again by Crowe and gathered by Gomez. We just wonder whether, given the first 20 minutes they somehow survived, Leeds are starting to think this could be our day again.
Well, crazy game, it can happen, can't it, under the cush. And yet, this is a lovely little ball, just helped on into his path, and he can't hit it any better than that, Beckford. Great stop from Gomez.
For Hutton. Genius again for Hutton. And Kilkenny away behind. Tottenham's sixth corner. Indicative of the exceptional level of pressure they had in the first quarter of the game. Bale with it again, and Ankergren with safe hands.
His delivery's been very good, Gareth Bale, but he just hung that up a little too much for the keeper.
Kilkenny. It's a good ball for Johnson. By Hutton. Spoon forward by Hughes. Little Modric got up highest. Big Dawson, who, by the way, is another Yorkshireman in this game, born in North Allerton. Michael Dawson lifts it forward. Kisnorbo met it. Dawson has timed his jump, but only because he got a little nudge from Beckford. Just a reminder, by the way, all of the fourth round highlights are available to you tonight on ITV1 at 11:15, and then we have two more live games for you tomorrow. Lunchtime, 1:15, Stoke and Arsenal, and a delicious one at tea time, 3:45 from Blandford Park, Scunthorpe against Manchester City. Both of those live on ITV1. Our website, itv.com/football, has all the details, and we're also running a live online chat on there during today's game. Minutes to play in an exhilarating but somehow still goalless first half, in which two goalkeepers have excelled. Casper Ankergren has saved a penalty. Jermaine Defoe has been denied almost on the goal line by Patrick Kisnorbo. Spurs have had more direct free kicks than you can shake a stick at, but it's still 0-0. Crowe, Kilkenny, Doyle. Here comes Hughes from left back. Johnson toying with Hutton and delivering towards Beckford, who is shielded by Dawson, but Leeds have a corner.
Yeah, Hutton could have worked a bit harder on that for me, just to deny Bradley Johnson that cross in.
And very interesting to hear at half-time from Paul Robinson, who has kept goal for both of these clubs splendidly and will admire both of the number ones so far. Gomez with the work to do now. Snodgrass with the corner, Bassong with the header out. First to it was Howson for Leeds. Johnny Howson, born in Morley, just outside Leeds. Leeds United boy, Leeds United fan. And now proudly the wearer of that famous club's armband. Hughes, forward by Doyle. Dawson got a toe in ahead of Johnson. And so Johnson tackled back well on Cranchar and cleanly. And Snodgrass. Johnson, principally a left-footed player.
Yeah, but it's given Leeds a little bit more of the ball. You know, they've been getting a little tighter to things in midfield, whereas earlier in the game they were just backing off. But I mean, Gomez has done well a couple of times too. The earlier one from Snodgrass and this from Jermaine Beckford. Good save, and he thought after all that pressure they coped to it. Simon Grayson thought this could be it, we could be going one ahead, not to be. Ball by Snodgrass on halfway. Predictable songs from the visiting supporters. Are you watching Manchester? Manchester United have gone back to the top of the Premier League today. Here's Hutton. Clear of Hughes, clear of Johnson, and then Hughes got back. Spent most of the first half in Tottenham's half, in Leeds half, as Alan Hutton from full-back for Spurs. Here comes Dawson again, and Bassong again to create a crowd with Peter Crouch. This month since Michael Dawson came down from Nottingham Forest as a promising young centre-half. He's certainly fulfilled that promise. And it is Dawson's header.
Doesn't play for Genus. Tackle from Crow. Snodgrass with a rather risky ball, which was seen by Modric. Had a crunch from Howson to get Leeds off the hook. Re-delivered though by Rose, down by Crouch. Touch from Defoe. Here's Cranchar. Hutton's going wide of him. Cranchar plays it in, Defoe gets a flick, and it's a goal kick.
Well, it's as if now Leeds have decided, oh, we let Crouch head it, and we'll just deal with the second ball. We'll deal with anything that comes off him, because when it was played up, nobody competed with him. Because Nobo's just leaned into Defoe as he got the touch on it.
Looking to feed off Peter Crouch. Interesting, when I was talking to Simon Grayson yesterday about what he might do, I know that he had in mind to play Lubomir Michalik as his biggest, tallest, broadest centre-half to deal with Peter Crouch. Whether he had to pick his team before he got a sniff of what the Spurs team was, I don't know, or whether he simply decided to go with Crow at right-back and Bromby at centre-half. Only he knows, but he does have Michalik on the bench if he chooses to make a change, perceiving that to be a threat he's otherwise struggling with.
Bromby played midweek, Peter, didn't he, against Carlisle, so maybe he just feels Bromby's got a little bit more under his belt of late.
There is the big fella from Slovakia, 6'4", Michalik, but if you're joining us late, you might be surprised to see no Richard Naylor at centre-half for Leeds, and his absence is clearly notable for them.
Just wondering what he's thinking on the touchline as well, Naylor. You know, would he have wanted it to be under that bombardment at the start? I don't know, maybe he would have made a difference. He's a big character for him.
Doyle, Snodgrass, Johnson, Snodgrass. Kilkenny. In by Crow. Away by Bassong. Dealt with calmly by the two Croatians. Modric and Cranchar. The third, by the way, Chorluka, not even on the bench for Spurs today. He plays at right back. Throws header out. Through by Howson. A vision of the Hollywood ball that was going to put Beckford in, but Bassong was aware of it. Hutton. Modric. Bale. He's round Howson. And there's Cranchar! Oh, the follow-up from Crouch. And Tottenham have finally broken through. Peter Crouch with his first FA Cup goal for Tottenham. Little more than an instinctive twitch, but enough to give Spurs what, in all truth, they have merited. A lead in the fourth round of the FA Cup.
And I think they've done this very well in their game by keeping the width. I mean, Bale provided it then from full-back, and he got past Howson a little too easily. Once he gets in position, I think he's a very clever pull-back. Cranchar doesn't strike it as well as he could, and it's beaten away, but it's beaten away into the most dangerous place you can put it for a goalkeeper. You know, right into a striker's path, and Peter Crouch couldn't really miss. I think on balance, you have to say it's deserved.
For Peter Crouch, it's a 13th FA Cup goal, 2 for QPR, 4 for Southampton, 5 for Liverpool, 1 for Pompey, and now 1 for Tottenham Hotspur, who attack again now with Genus, as Leeds have it to chase. Beckford, they have had their moments. And they might have another one now as Beckford runs at the heart of them, away from Bassong, in again towards Beckford. But gathered by Gomez. I don't know whether Snodgrass might have thought of shooting there.
Well, I mean, when you see positions like this, you think Leeds have every chance of kind of registering at some stage. And, you know, Beckford, I think, is very frustrated by that, because it's a good little feed out to Snodgrass. He just couldn't find him again.
Hughes. Have to do now what others have been struggling to do prior to this, and that is score against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. It's getting on for 500 playing minutes since anyone has managed that. Longest draw here involving Hull last week. Peterborough before that. West Ham and Manchester City have all failed to score here since Kevin Doyle got an early goal in a shock win for Wolves towards the start of December. Gomez confused with Bale. Kilkenny. Snodgrass. Kilkenny. Snodgrass. Crow. Snodgrass. Kilkenny. Last minute of an exhilarating first half at White Hart Lane, which has contained one goal and might have contained many, many more.
Has been wonderful. You know, I feel a bit for Ankergren as well, Peter, because he has performed so well, and yet when the shot came through from Cranshaw, he's got a lot of people in front of him. It's instinctive as to how he reacts. You know, no real control of where it's going, and it went completely to the wrong man from his point of view. But overall, I think Spurs, some of the football they've played has been tremendous today. You know, they had a sorry time of it in Anfield. They were smothered by Liverpool, couldn't express, and they really did come out very, very fast out of the blocks today and played some wonderful stuff.
Defoe. Cranshaw. Teasing Hughes, rolling it in for Defoe, and now Ginos. Oh! Beautiful football.
Well, again, I mean, he does everything right as well, Ginos, and he's just fallen back off balance as he attempts to hit it, and that undid him. You know, that's perfectly worked. Yeah, there's a tackle coming in at him, but, you know, he can still lift it into the roof of the net from there, and because he's just a little off balance and falling back, he's right underneath it. He knows, should have been two.
Well, Tottenham were surprisingly plain at Anfield in the week. They really were very disappointing, flat, but some of their football here today is twinkling. Much, much more watchable. Crow. Kilkenny. Towards the end of just 1 minute that's being added on here. Hughes. Snodgrass. Thumb tie by Dawson, half-time. It's just flown by. Really, really entertaining half of FA Cup football, towards the end of which Peter Crouch finally broke through for Tottenham, who'd had a penalty saved by Casper Ankergren. Jermaine Defoe, the disappointed man, but no one who's neutral can be disappointed at what they're seeing here. Beckford might easily have scored for Leeds with a spectacular effort. As it is, at the break, it is Tottenham 1, Leeds 0. Good game.